this project we just started today, and we wanted to visualize the air quality data for this project. And the goal is that we have air quality index which is available from the EPA website, and we would like to visualize it in a meaningful way so that anyone who sees it can understand that.
Okay.
Next. This is our team members. We have Neil, who did the Art and Data programming. Vitali, who did made presentations. Kiran helped us with making this prototype, and Paresh also helped us making this prototype. And we would like to thank Dave for helping us with making this product. Next, please. Next. So what is air quality index? So air quality index is an index for reporting the daily air quality. So it gives us a measure of how clean the air is outside, and the reason is that air pollutants can have serious health consequences, and it can lead to asthma, or it will aggravate asthma, or it can also aggravate people with heart disease. So it's regulated by EPA under the Clean Air Act, and there are 5 major pollutants which are regulated by the Clean Air Act. They are the ground level ozone, the particulate matter, the carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and the nitrogen dioxide. So there are ambient standards for all of these, and based on the standard, whether you have the levels are more than those values or not, you have different levels. Next, please. So we have a good, moderate, and this is unhealthy for some groups, and then unhealthy and very unhealthy and hazardous. So this is showing the air quality forecast for today over the whole of US. Then we were thinking about how to do it, and then Susan and the team came up with some ideas. So Susan will explain the art, the art part.
Okay. So obviously we want to do something other than a little graph or a chart. We're talking about how there's information like this out there, but it's kind of buried in newspapers and books, and people are not readily accessing it. We wanted to get it out into people's daily lives. And we thought about the fact that on the news, there's the newscaster saying, here's the index for today. But again, that's just a couple seconds if you happen to be watching the news at 6 or 11. So how can we get it out into our daily lives in public? And a lot of this pollution is coming from when we're traveling around. So that led us to thinking about roads and driving around and what's there, and signs and traffic lights. And we thought about putting this way of connecting this information to the public on some kind of traffic device, like a traffic light. And we came up with the idea of, this is the walk sign, right? The crosswalk sign that you see. So what if we could take something and put it there instead? So we came up with the idea of the AirFlower because we were looking for something that we could have 5 indicators, and we wanted to talk about health and growth and the environment, and some kind of a environmental object, a leaf, a flower, a plant, speaks to that. Then we looked at the colors. Is that the next slide, the colors?
Yes.
No, this is going to show how it works. Okay. All right, so just scroll through these. Can you tell how to get through?
Yeah, if you go up, just one slide, could you go back one slide, please?
One more?
One slide, back.
Okay, so see how the colors are changing? So just keep going.
Yes, keep going.
And this is just a quick, we didn't have the animation software, but this is just a quick simulation to give you a sense of how the colors are going to change based on the data. So the data is a live feed.
That's it.
Yeah, stop there. Okay, so today's a good day right here. It's a live feed from the sensors that are around towns and cities, and it feeds into this device. And if the sulfur dioxide is, you know, really bad, it's going to be red. And we thought about people reading this that were colorblind, deaf, blind, like how are you going to get this information? And we thought about having lights that track at a different speed. So if you're colorblind, you can still tell red from green. There'd be a sound to accompany it so that you can tell if it's, you know, it's high level, you'd hear a noise louder than if it wasn't. And each one of them would have a little set of lights like this. And we only had enough, we just sort of crashed his circuitry table there to get the lights. But you can see how they can change colors. And so those lights would track the color. And part of using the colors is the screen we saw before. I think we have that again, the colors on the bottom of the map.
I think we'll have to go really fast.
Okay. Well, anyway, you remember at the bottom we had, you know, different colors for different levels of whatever the thing is in the air. Right here?
Yeah.
I mean, we're using these exist already, and people understand those. You know, red is bad, green is good, go, the environment. But also there's an emotional response to those colors. So that helps people understand it as well.
And I should add that the center is the overall air quality, and whereas the
Right.
buttons are the different image of SO2, NOx, carbon monoxide.
Right, and if any one of these is orange or red or whatever, not green, this light in the middle is not going to be green, because it only takes one problem to create a problem. All right, so do you want to talk about how you did this?
All right, sure. Can you
Next slide.
go where?
Next to the flower. Next,
One more?
one more. To the picture. I guess that's slide number 23. Thank you.
One more?
No, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. No, that was it.
So what I use here to power the AirFlower is I use a Arduino Pro Mini, and I used the Arduino Pro Mini, and it's connected to an LED strip. But the main problem we had is that the LED strip, it was straight, so we cut the LED strip in half and we soldered it and we bent it so that it could be formed into these two petals. So depending on the air quality, right now we're measuring the ozone levels here on this flower, and then on this one we're measuring the particles, the non-particles in the air. And so as said before, if it's red, that means it's bad, and if it's green, that means it's good. So here you can see that right now we're cycling through a series of locations that we received the current data from AirNow. So what we're doing, we're cycling through them. Right now, this is Indonesia. This is.
I guess we can show some
Oh,
real
yeah. Can you
data here, right? Like for example, these are the data which we got today morning. So this is actually showing the Camden one.
Yeah. So when I gain cycles to the Camden one, you'll see that that one is the one in Indonesia. But in a few,
Yeah,
the one after this, you'll see
next
that.
one. That's in Kosovo.
This is Camden. Right now, you can see that the ozone levels are a little bit messed up, but and then that one.
That's Kosovo.
Right. And here actually we don't have, it does not have a Wi-Fi, so we cannot feed it the real data. So we just took these data, and this is just a snapshot of the data. So it's just cycling through the three places that we have. The next one, for example, is New Delhi. It's bad. So the particulate matter is pretty high, so it's almost red, it's orange. So that's what he programmed here to show the color.
And in the future, we think that it would be better, so that we could actually get real-time data. And another thing that we hope to do is to actually integrate sensors into here, such as the ozone sensor or carbon dioxide sensor, so that people can buy these things, or the government could buy these things and put them into cities. So instead of buying large, expensive machines, we could have a small package that both displays and also detects air quality.
Okay, so let me explain here. The next one.
Right, so as my team members all described to you all, and members of the panel, if you would want to take your kid and drop at the school, or you want to turn up at work, or you want to come to the Arts Council, or you want to go to a board meeting, or you want to go to work to do some design work, we all tend to move. Every day we wake up, we take our car and we move. Back in the day, Dad used to ask us, read the newspaper and tell me the weather. These are the days when I say, Siri, tell me what's the weather like. And our premise in presenting the idea that we have today and packaging it in the way that we did is to bring the information that we as consumers need day in, day out to front and center of our lives, the way we conduct them every day. And we think the way we named it, AirFlower, drawing the name from Mayflower, the first boat that brought pilgrims to the country to explore the new world, we think AirFlower will be part of every traffic signal in the country to bring information that every kid and mom and parent and families can use to conduct their lives in a healthy way. This is AirFlower, and